Okay, now that I've painted this sort of a raw Sierra, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my green and I'm just going to barely come over and touch that with the green also. Give it sort of that tint of green on there. And I'm using it with a little water. It's got the raw Sierra color, but it also has that greenish tint to it. Whenever it dries. See, it's got the green tint, like it's a green color, but it also has that sort of brownish or Sierra color in the back. Like that. And when it dries, it turns out like that. Okay. Now, I want to take my off-white. Let me put this all back here. Right, and I'm going to take my off-white and I'm going to hit this area in here. Now I want to be careful because I haven't really let this dry all that much. Now white's a very strong color. But it can also be dominated by other colors. Now usually white is the type of color that you're going to have to do more than one oh golly. Oh boy. I'm sorry. I didn't see that coming. Okay. Well, I'm just going to leave it there, folks. Y'all can see the big mess I've made. I didn't mean for that to happen. I was not paying attention, and all that white came out. Now I'll put it back into the bottle. But you usually have to go over white several times. It doesn't usually, whenever you have it cleared down, it's not going to take its first coat that well. You've got to do it several times. Of course, I have plenty of white here to use now. Okay, now white, you have to let it dry, okay? You have to let white dry. It's just no getting around it. You have to let it dry and then give it another coat. You can't just keep stacking it on top of one another, because what happens is then it starts to run. And so since I have plenty of white here, I don't have to worry about I'll clean that up in just a minute. So I said, folks, this is live. So I'm going to put enough white on here where I'm going to let it dry, and then I can sort of add to it. Now, what I'm going to do is take my smaller brush here, and I'm going to go ahead and touch up these areas in here, which is white. This is the like I said with white is it's a color that now this is actually an off-white. I don't like the white itself. I like the off-white because when it dries it has sort of a smoother color. A lot of people use off-white in their homes. When you're painting before a camera, you have to kind of, really what I normally do is I'll let it dry, and then I'll paint something else again. In other words, but because of time, I'm trying to get the painting done where you can see it. Just like that, see? Just like that. And of course I'm going to go ahead while I'm at it and start on the beard a little bit. But usually I let things dry, and you're going to have to with this white. You have to let it dry before you begin a regimen of more white. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it where you can also see me doing it, and sometimes that's a little bit difficult for my eyes to focus on it. So okay, and we're gonna get that beard painted. So see, sort of start out like that.